Alright, let's go and check out the Honkai Star Rail 2.4 livestream. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's Albert.
Long story short, work pressure is really starting to wear me down.
Yeah, didn't you like press to quit last time?
I have just the thing,
There's
Mr. Albert.
Jiaoqiu.
Take 2 mace of heavenward pepper, 3 tails of 7-star chili, and half a caddy of millet pepper.
What do you mean,
Remove the
chili
seeds
upon
and
chili
grind
on
together
chili?
with a splash of prickly ash cooking wine. Apply the mixture evenly and rinse after 20 minutes. Finally, apply a layer of starch, which will induce a detoxifying sweat. Good for the mind and...
It's gonna burn you. Trailer? Wait, is that like,
Jojo, Albert's not the
hot pot,
only one
spicy hot pot.
exhausted around here.
what's it called? Like,
Should detoxify too.
malatang?
Well, Miss Yunli,
Wait, malatang is
start
Korean.
out by blanching some ingredients in a premium broth, but make sure it utilizes plenty of premium dried chilies.
There's a jingle.
I see digestion issues on the horizon.
Wait, Jiaoqiu's like fine. It
Some
season B.
coriander should help with that.
Stay your hand! Return that evil herb at once!
Wait, he actually hates coriander.
Unthinkable.
Okay, now there's the trailer.
Coming back to this place brings back so many
Oh, look at the
memories.
beating.
You know? There you are! Everyone, this way!
Oh, there's a Yanqing.
Law Fu will be holding the Luminary Combat Art Ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Why are there forests in here?
Oh, what's the quality? Oh, there's Yun Li.
Hello there. Hey, old metal.
Why is she barefooted?
What do you want to strike? Oh, all of that?
Oh, he has a big sword.
Rock-shattering slash! Master Yun Li!
Oh,
Look at
bubble
how
tea?
hard I've been training.
Oh. Oh, is she learning under Yun Li?
I could take 10 of you.
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Oh, there's Jiaoqiu. Oh, new enemies.
Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface.
Why does he look so sneaky?
Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
Like, you guys are like Gin from Bleach.
My first meal.
Oh, was that,
My freedom.
Anya? Oh, there's Mose.
My fellow kindred.
My
Oh,
condolences,
what's happened to Shuyi?
Miss Hanya.
Memories of chasing, clawing, and tearing.
Okay, this is gonna be some filler arc there.
If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
Oh, who is that? Wait, is that Fei Xiao?
And whether or not your world
I think everyone having like the hot pot.
Xianzhou Juming delegate. Present.
Xianzhou Yaoqing delegate, present.
Xianzhou Law Fu delegate present.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And
good evening.
And
They all play like different like areas of the Shenzhou. I mean, different ships, really. The Luofu was the one that we like went to last time.
Blue special program. As always, your avian buddy Albert's here to guide you through.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yun Li, a sword master from the Juming.
And I'm Jiaoqiu. I may have the appearance of a chef, but I'm actually a healer.
Greetings, everyone. It's been a while. I trust you're well.
A pleasure to have you three in the studio. Now, the Penacony vacation has drawn to a close, and the crew of the Astral Express is bound for a familiar
Now we're just going back to the Shenzhou now.
the Xianzhou Lao Fu, which is precisely why this program has invited Xianzhou friends, old and new, to welcome trailblazers back to an old stomping ground. Speaking of which, General Jing Yuan, isn't this your first time on the special program?
It is indeed.
Oh, we didn't
Mr.
realize this was
Albert,
actually,
and I am deeply honored. Had I
Sorry,
known
it's like
of
first
your
time on the
program's
on the
culinary
program.
delights, I would never have delayed.
Bon appetit, General! I hate to bring this up, but our catering costs for the
Actually, technically being about 100 subs first time.
If you'd like
We're
to
talking
leave a
about the
tip,
actor,
we'd
not
be
the VTuber.
extremely-
Wait a minute. What's What's this hot pot got to do with you anyway? Didn't the pink-haired fox prepare it?
Well, I'm a hot pot enthusiast, after all. Where I go, the spice follows. Your illustrious presence is payment enough, dear friends. Dinner's on me.
What a gentleman! Your delicious morality will not be forgotten, good sir!
Let's cut to the chase already. Why are we here anyway?
It's like this. I assume you all received
I
an
knew
invitation
who
from
you're gonna
the
talk
Seat
about
of
first,
Divine
though.
Foresight, welcoming you to the Luminary War Dance.
Yep, it's a martial arts ceremony. Competitors battle it out in a flash of swords, all for the title of Sword Champion.
As a matter of fact, the War Dance is a festival commemorating the Rainbow Arbor.
It's basically
and
like
Cloud
a-
Knight's
like a
triumphant
tournament.
resistance against the abominations of abundance. As you know, the Lawfu's ambrosial arbor crisis was only recently resolved. Now is the time to regroup and raise our spirits, which is why we have chosen this moment to convene the War Dance. It is also for this reason that the title of Sword Champion will not be decided in this ceremony.
It won't? Oh, I fear Master Yenqing will be bitterly disappointed.
Fear not, Mr. Zhao Cho. This war dance isn't only a morale boost. It's also an invitation to allies and friends, a display of peace, and an important duty for the Cloud Knights. That's why Yenqing has taken it upon himself to accompany the Trailblazers for the duration.
Exactly right. In the version 2.4
Oh,
Trailblaze continues,
It's a multi-part story.
under the pristine blue one.
I mean, this is a filler
Trailblazers
arc
will
anyway.
witness Yenqing's assiduous side and his new identity.
I get it. One person, not enough. You need our help, right?
Such a distinguished occasion surely merits the attendance of other esteemed guests.
Of course, the Xianzhou Yaoqing delegation will be led by none other than the Merlin's Claw, General Fei Xiao. At her side will be two senior advisors, Zhao Cho, the Zhao Cho, as well as Moza.
And as for the Xianzhou Juming, me and Grandpa, General Huaiyan, the
Oh, Huaiyan
famous
is
Flaming Heart,
Yun Li's
will be representatives.
Be
granddaughter.
they friends from
I mean,
near or far,
Huaiyan is
we will
Yun Li's
welcome
granddad.
them with open arms. This promises to be quite the war dance.
I don't want to lower your
it just only-
spirits, but
only like
I heard
three
that the
Shenzhou,
Trailblazers'
like,
arrival
ships.
doesn't always
Or was
coincide
there
with
more
a
of them?
happy... I mean, wasn't everyone fighting in the trailer?
3 Arbiter Generals in the same place at the same time? Not a good sign.
That's not all. Rumors are circulating through the Alliance that General Jingyuan's conduct during the Ambrosial Arbor crisis may have violated certain laws of the land. Could it really be?
Oh,
Oh boy.
did Jingo really break a lot of laws there?
It's true that the other two generals will arrive on the Luofu with a certain assignment. If you want to know the details, then ready yourself for the upcoming Trailblaze continuing story.
Let us refrain from needless anxiety. The Luofu will ensure a spectacular war dance.
Right, geez, let's lighten the mood. I want to talk about my legendary new Swordmaster apprentice. She's been getting a lot of attention. She gets her
I
own
think it's time
intro,
for
right?
Swordmaster March.
Of course! With the war dance right around the corner, March couldn't help herself. She set out on her own martial arts journey. Stay tuned. We've got more intel on that coming up on the program. Which reminds me, the war dance ceremony is set to span versions 2.4 and 2.5.
Okay,
The
it's
Ambrosial
two
Arbor
parts.
crisis might be in the past, but the Trailblazers will continue to be important witnesses to the Xianzhou Luofu's ongoing story.
This separation has been difficult. We've missed the Trailblazers dearly. Here's hoping the Xianzhou Luofu can bring everyone.
What do you mean you
new
missed
and
us? We literally just
exciting
called you to help with the
experiences.
Panico stuff.
Ah, the broth is ready. Shall we add any extra seasonings?
Add 'em all! We gotta make the most of the occasion. It's not every day we get to catch up with the Xianzhou pals. Ooh, and speaking of pals, version 2.4 will be introducing a brand new map, the Shackling Prison.
These pals of yours, they're all in prison?
Not all of them. not in the traditional sense. The shackling prison is under the Ten Lords Commission administration. It's where Shui Yi and Hanya work.
The shackling prison is where we
So
detain
this is where they
criminals.
went the
It's
and
cold,
lords
and
of the
forbidding
prison.
entrance is located below the waters of Scale Gorge waterscape.
Huh? That does look creepy.
An individual must first stand trial before being escorted to their cell.
This is basically
For those
like
guilty of
Honkai Star Rail's
particularly
version of
heinous crimes,
Fortress of Meripede.
we reserve special cells of biting cold or searing heat. The interrogations of Blade and Locha were conducted in just such a place.
Doesn't sound like an easy place to spring
this is
a
where-
prison break.
Blade was
You can say
imprisoned.
that again. The Ten Lords Commission keeps a watchful eye, and the routes to the cells are tangled webs filled with carefully designed mechanisms. Those seeking access must first overcome innumerable tests of fortitude.
It would appear the shackling prison is the haunt of wolf-like monsters.
These like werewolf monsters.
Borison?
That's right. The Borison are
they call it
ruthless
Borison?
beyond measure, infamous for their inborn moon rage. Upon entering battle, the Borison share stacks of bloodlust. When bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, they enter the moon rage state and become enhanced. Ooh, watch your step, Trailblazers.
What happened to catching up with pals?
I'm sure Shui Yi and Hanya would love you to go and express your, sympathies. Anyway, with the new map out of the way, it's time we talked about our new
Oh, look at Yunli just like eating.
Starting with a gifted young girl, Yoon Lee.
Right, Yunli time. Little cute, like she's trying to smack it. But why is she's not wearing any shoes though? She's literally like barefooted. Also, I kind of find the fact that she's like holding a big sword for someone of her size. She's basically female D-Luke.
I'm from the Xianzhou Juming, a ship known for its unrivaled craftsmanship. As the records show, some 60 or 70% of
Oh,
all
she's-
the Xianzhou's armory
She's like
comes from the
physical
artisans
destruction,
of the
but
Juming.
she uses
Ever since
fire
I was
attacks.
little, I've studied sword mastery and weapons forging with my grandpa. I mean,
Also, she shares like the same
flaming
English
hot
voice actor as
flying.
Navia.
Grandpa's always been nice to me. He loves me, you know?
Miss Yoon Lee is a talented young lady fascinated with swords. She sees renowned swords as treasures. Some say she can even communicate with them
This
directly.
also looks more like a
To
claymore.
her, swords are more honest than people. She lives by the phrase, swords make acquaintances, fighting makes friends.
Oh? It so happens that on the
Because I
law
just
food
got
there
like
is an
Clara
able
last
young
time,
man with
so
a
recently, so
similar
I don't know
love
if I'm
for
gonna
sword.
actually pull for Yun
I
Li.
have a feeling you two might get along.
You mean Yenqing? He doesn't know the first thing about swords. He collects them like they're going out of fashion, then never uses them. I can hear those blades crying from here.
Wait, is Jin Yang even
Seems like
shipping
you guys don't share
Yun Li and
everything
Yang Qing?
in
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, see the giant sword I use? Forged him myself. He might not
Oh,
be
she made that
complete, but he's
claymore.
already stronger than anything out there.
common. Weapons of this caliber usually get their own name.
Wait,
What do you call them?
she even has a
Now
phoenix
that
in a
feathers-
splash art.
Finally, someone who understands swords. I gave him a unique name for the ages. Old Metal.
Huh.
It has a ring about it.
I like it too.
Me and Old Metal have a deep connection. Every time I get into a scrap, I ask Old Metal, which one do you want to strike? Old Metal usually says something like, let's start here and end there. To which I reply, oh, all of them? All right.
Old Metal's adorable manner belies his formidable stature.
Yoon Lee might be young, but she's confident and unafraid to speak her mind. It's time we took a look at her skills.
Right, let's see her kitten.
As a physical type character following the path of destruction, gentle persuasion isn't really my style. When using my
She
skill,
hits hard.
I restore my own HP while dealing physical
Oh, she has
damage to a
self-heal.
single target and adjacent enemies.
What really sets Yunli apart in combat is the way she counters the enemy. When attacked, she immediately launches a counter on the attacker, dealing damage to the target and adjacent enemies.
Bears a grudge and knows friend from foe.
She hits and she hits
Doesn't mess
back.
around.
You gotta use the enemy's strength against them. After using my ultimate, I acquire the parry state, which allows me to sustain lower damage and taunt all enemies. In addition,
Oh, she has
my
like a taunt.
ordinary counter is upgraded to powerful counter, which deals higher damage.
Oh, that also
You
looks
seem
cool.
well versed in the art of the counter. One assumes that surprise attacks during exploration aren't a concern for you?
Nope. When using my technique, I obtain a special effect for
Oh,
a
she's eating
set duration.
Tonkulu.
If an enemy launches an attack during that duration, the attack is blocked. And upon entering battle, I launch a powerful counter on a random enemy.
Imagine.
Wait, she actually gets a free ult.
When a girl with a giant blade comes running straight for you! Which reminds me, in version 2.4, Trailblazers will experience the Swords to Plowshares companion mission. Granddad
I
and
know
Granddaughter
if she's
arrive in the
still,
Luofu from
if
the
she's better than
Xiuming,
Clara.
bringing with them a prize much sought after among the war dance competitors. Wait, you brought something else too? Let's see. Let's save that for another time, shall we?
Now
We've been on
remember,
for
Albert, the prize is for
20
the
minutes.
War Dance champion.
Technically 25 on the stream,
not
but
the
the stream's gone
host.
on for
So
20
if
minutes.
Yunli is also set to compete, and were she to prevail, then wouldn't the prize return home with her to the Xiuming?
Not so fast now. Luofu has something to say about that. The Xiuming may have brought the prize, but they ain't leaving with it.
Watch us.
Easy now. External heat needs inner cooling, as they say.
Sounds like another difficult challenge for Yang Jing.
Why do you guys sound so right? Let's move on to another new character,
Right.
shall we?
Jiao Chu time now.
Hailing from the Yao Qing and soon to be making his appearance, it's military healer Jiao Cho!
This guy loves his hot pot. But he looks so, like, sus, though. Like, with the fan and the eyes. Oh, now we can see his eyes there.
The Yao Qing's illustrious healer. I've heard much about you.
You're too kind.
Yeah, I think he
General.
opened his eyes during
My
his
visit to
ultimate.
the Luofu is only in aid of
Oh,
keeping
yes. I
promise.
think he's got the same English voice actor as Kazuha.
Well, taste is secondary to nutrition, Miss Yunli.
I'm curious, Mr. Jiao Cho. Under what circumstances would you usually open your eyes? Forgive me, but
Is he literally just squinting?
your beef is overcooked.
Huh?
Well, seems like culinary emergencies are pretty eye-opening.
Sorry, I'm looking
But I digress.
popping up my glasses a
Mr.
lot.
Jiao Cho, why don't you introduce yourself a little more?
Well, I am employed as a military healer to the Yao Qing's General Fei Xiao. You could consider me one of her retainers. I'm accompanying the general to the Xianzhou Luofu for this war dance ceremony.
Huh,
I'm looking at it in like 5
what are all
minutes.
the broths and ingredients then?
Well, you see, Miss Yunli, I believe in culinary medicine. The notion that we are what we eat. The arts of cooking and healing are one and the same, which is why I spend so much time delving into the spicy miracles of medicinal cuisine.
But why is he
A meal
ability
is not
though?
simply a merry occasion, but an opportunity for food to work quiet wonders for our biological systems. Isn't that beautiful?
Why bother dividing the pot into 9 sections if you're gonna eat from all of them?
I am a self-confessed chowhound, Miss Yunli. I eat, and then I leave.
Oh, you ain't going anywhere yet, Doctor.
Is he trying to dine and dash?
Delicacies aside, let's talk some more about that healing of yours. Before you came under General Fei Xiao's command, you were well known in the Xianzhou Yao Qing's Alchemy Commission. You went on to cut your teeth as a military healer with the Cloud Knights on campaigns for the hunt. I heard you decided to retire, only returning to service at the personal request of the Cauldron Master.
Some people prefer work to leisure, I suppose.
Well, I am fortunate enough to be respected for my craft. Some even go so far as to deem me a miracle cure.
As general facial strategist, Zhao Cho applies his taste for spice to battlefield tactics. Combat is a bubbling broth, with each side occupying one half of Yunyang Hot Pot.
Indeed. Battles are marked by myriad changes, constantly evolving in a dance of yin and yang.
Well said, General.
They say foxes are cunning creatures. Seems like Mr. Zhao Cho is no exception. I think it's time we took a
So I
look
don't know
at
if
what our
Zhao Chu is the
delicious
same
doctors
as the NPC that we
do on
saw.
the battlefield.
Well, about time. I am a fire-type character on the path of nihility. When using my technique during exploration, I create a special dimension. After entering battle with an enemy within the dimension, I inflict them with fire damage. And there's a possibility of following up with a stack of Ashen Roast debuff.
So,
Yeah,
you're
gives that
cooking
debuffs.
the enemy alive?
Or kind of just like
Ashen
Acheron.
Roast turns up the heat by causing enemies to sustain greater damage. Any attack that Zhao Cho lands on an enemy has a chance of inflicting Ashen Roast.
Indeed. Case in point, if I were to use my skill to deal blast damage, there would be a chance of simultaneously inflicting a stack of Ashen
wait, does he
Roast
feel like-
on the target.
Starting these.
Throw spices into the battlefield?
Yeah, he's
Sharp
literally throwing
eyes,
spices.
After launching my ultimate, the battlefield becomes an enormous Yuanyang hot pot. The enemies are trapped in a searing broth, which inflicts damage on each and every
He's literally
one.
just cooking them right now.
At the same time, the effects of Ashen Roast are compounded for enemies inflicted with the debuff, in line with the current highest number of stacks. Immediately after, a field appears, which lasts for a set number of turns.
Whew, all these hot pop visuals are making me hungry again.
He's basically just inflicting
What
burn
does
damage
this
over
field
time.
do exactly?
Enemies within the field sustain greater ultimate damage. And during
Oh.
their action, there is a chance they will be inflicted by a stack.
They take more
Ashen
damage from
Roast.
ultimates.
Oh, it would follow that if,
So
if,
that's
for
why
example,
he's like
Acheron were on the team,
good for
you
Acheron.
would be able to help her acquire ultimate charges more quickly.
Absolutely right.
Nice of you to invite the enemy to dinner before showing them the door.
The last meal they'll ever experience. Word of advice?
Wait, I thought he was a
Order
healer.
out next time, fellas. Well, we've got to know new friends from both the Zhuming and
Yeah,
the
I think it's gonna be
Yaoqing.
time for the banners.
Let's turn our gaze to the version 2.4
Let's see
banner
the
info. The
banners.
version 2.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire
Okay, so we got
the
Yun
limited
Li,
5-star character
and then
Yun Li,
Ho rerun.
as well as the limited 5-star character Hua Hua. The limited
I'll actually go for
5-star
Ho instead,
Lycones,
since I already
Dance
have a
of
physical
Sunset,
in
and
Clara.
Light of Fright will be boosted.
A cat is a human's best friend.
You certainly have a cat-like energy to you, Miss Yun Li.
Let's move swiftly
Oh.
on to this version's
We got,
second half warp event, which
the
boosts
first
limited
Pelican
5-star
rerun.
characters Zhao Cho and
So phase 2 is
Max Full
Zhao Chu
Sparkle.
and Sparkle.
In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star Lycones, those many springs, and Earthly Escapade will be
Or maybe we'll skip phase 1 and just save up for phase 2 instead.
Another eye-opening moment for our fox friend.
Moments spent in the cool shade of an old tree should be used for admiring the surrounding scenery.
Couldn't agree more. And almost forgot, the version 2.4 Warp Banner will feature a familiar face on the 4-star Lycone. Poised to bloom.
She
Oh, is this
has
the
presence of a
for
true
Lycone
sword
thing
master.
banners?
Someone's been taking their training seriously.
Without further ado, let's take a closer look at the fruits of March 7th's journey
All right.
as a Sword Master
Sword
apprentice.
Master March time. You see that how go like slightly clumsy she is. Look at her holding a bubble tea. Wait, this is adorable.
On returning to the Xianzhou, March 7th is brimming with excitement.
Yep, she's
for the
now
upcoming
imaginary
war
Hun.
games and decides to learn swordplay from Masters Yun Li and Yan Xing.
I still vividly
But how do we get it,
remember
though?
instructing Yang Qing in the way of the sword. Now he's already passing on his knowledge to others. How time flies.
March 7th might be a rookie, but she's also a natural. Her master taught her the best in Juming swordplay. So, naturally, she's made quick progress.
Yan Qing is also March 7th's master. To deprive
Wait, she learned from
inquiring
both
mind of
Yun Li and Yang Qing?
not in his nature.
Right you are, General.
I heard that March 7th was a
Archie's so
bow and
privileged.
arrow user. Brave of her to take up the sword, and no doubt a challenge for her masters.
I'll say. Not to mention, Yun Li and Yenqing's swordplay isn't exactly similar. Will March 7th end up with a weird mix of styles?
Wait, is that why she's like a double sword user?
If you're dedicated to the sword, you just need to swing it.
Oh, follow the sword and victory will follow. Well, we've done a lot of talking. Time to see March 7th swordplay in action.
March 7th, the Hunt's basic attack deals imaginary damage. When using her skill, March 7th selects a teammate as master and presents them with a special beverage to increase their speed.
What a good
This
apprentice.
Hunter is still
As a
being
promising
a support.
young student, March 7th has a keen understanding of her master's style. When her master launches an attack or ultimate, March 7th acquires charges. When charges reach a set number of stacks, she immediately takes action again and obtains an enhanced basic attack. Her enhanced basic attack deals set hits of damage to a target enemy, with a chance
she's more like a
of
sub
dealing
DPS.
further hits.
Just a chance?
She's a rookie, remember? Her moves might be a little rusty, but they can surprise you all the same. Depending on her master's path, her specific attacks possess additional effects.
That's right.
Oh, it depends on what path they use.
Masters on the paths of destruction, erudition, or the hunt can cause specific attacks to deal additional damage. And masters on the paths of nihility, harmony, preservation, or abundance can raise the toughness reduction of specific attacks.
Putting learning into practice. Where do I find an apprentice?
So,
After
the more
using her
offensive
ultimate,
paths give
March
that
7th
damage,
can deal
and
damage
the more
to a
defensive ones
target
up,
enemy while
that
improving her next
rating.
enhanced basic attack.
And for those who were wondering what having March as an apprentice is like, there you have it.
March 7th is humble and learns from all her allies. During exploration, for every time a teammate uses their technique, March 7th acquires a charge at the start of the next battle. When using her own technique, she regenerates energy at the start of the next battle.
It must be a great privilege to have an apprentice with such powers of perception.
Well, get this. Completing specific tasks in the version 2.4's Trailblaze Continuance will unlock March 7th the Hunt. Once unlocked, a path-switching option will appear in the
Okay, she's like
character interface
Trailblazer, where you can change it in one go.
My apprentice.
So she's like
Certainly
she's not a
does
separate
have the
character.
aura of a heroine.
Whew. I think we could all use a lie down. More exciting updates after the break. It's time we took a look. Version 2.4's all new events. As the war dance approaches, guests and visitors from all corners are converging on the Luofu. But not all are harboring noble intentions. I'm sure all you remember a certain IPC representative by the name of Scott.
Oh, the Alliance is very familiar with the conduct and deeds of the IPC.
Hardly surprising.
Wasn't it the guy who...
Well, Scott is out to
met that
demonstrate
guy in the
that Xianzhou
Orange Market.
swordplay is no match for IPC tech. Ooh, not only does he have a mech-related provocation in store, but also wants to assert his authority through battle.
For real? I think me and
Oh, I think this is the
old
way we
fellow
can get the
Sky are
Elons
beating.
for...
Or 10.
Sword
Hold
March.
your horses, Miss Yun Li. As a matter of fact, your apprentice got a little impulsive and took up the challenge. She's due to face off against her opponent in just 15 days' time.
A familiar turn of events. Are we
Literally
able to
March
assist
is
Miss
training
March in
out
this
here.
endeavor?
Of course. To help March defeat this IPC rotten egg, Trailblazers will take up the position of personal trainer. The goal? Develop a 15-day crash course in swordplay.
We gotta make March strong.
15 days? Crash course? Mr. Albert, have you heard the proverb, haste makes waste?
Have you heard the proverb when needs must? Between me and Yan Qing, we've got the sword skills to provide the best crash course in town. Still, balanced training also requires
Oh, I like the comic book book.
relaxation and fun.
Oh, the manga look there.
The fabled work-life balance. Sounds like
We're
you
literally
better
seeing
figure it out.
March's training
Results
today.
or your money back.
I have
Or,
a feeling Miss March will
play
have
out.
some fortuitous encounters and crucial assistance along the way.
Oh, I might just have to offer a helping hand myself.
The encounters and sword training experiences that March accumulates will dictate the nature of the story's conclusion. The end result will always be a solo confrontation with Scott, though the nature of the showdown will also vary accordingly.
Yeah, this is where we get the Eidolons for...
Trailblazers can acquire Stellar Jade and March 7th, the Hunt's Eidolon.
With the combined assistance of her friends, surely Miss March will prevail over Scott.
It's time for March to become the main character.
As long as a swordmaster is worthy of the sword in their hand, they have nothing to worry about.
Wise words indeed, Miss Yunli.
Oh.
Let's move on to another event.
We gotta go. I think this is the photography event.
I'm sure Trailblazers will remember with fondness their unpredictable old friends, the trash cans.
It would seem these old friends have appeared on the Xianzhou.
Up here they have. And a medical intern from Penacony is on the lookout for an assistant. Their goal? To complete a series of shoots to uncover the secrets of the Marastruck.
Wait, what? They're doing a trash can shoot?
You better believe it. The intern.
Yeah, why are we taking
question
pictures of
was
trash
random.
cans?
And just like the Trailblazers, they're a trash can enthusiast.
If you spend enough time in the cosmos, there's nobody you won't encounter. Trash can enthusiasts? Comes with the territory.
During the event, Trailblazers must use the photography software provided by Randolph to take pictures of
Let's
trash
adjust my
cans
microphone
hidden
there.
among the crowds.
Different trash cans mean different points, with some trash cans even adopting special movements. Do your best to get them all on film to maximize your points and complete the stage.
Oh, it's like a moving camera, so
And
is
a
this more
friendly
like...
reminder, trash cans
Star
may
Rail
appear
or
unexpectedly
Pokemon Snap?
and without warning. Trailblazers wishing to catch them all will need their wits about them.
Now, this event isn't confined to
Friendship
the
is
Xianzhou.
magic.
Your old friends have also appeared in Bellabog. Rumor has it that Bellabog
Look at the,
have recently been attacked.
the terrible
by
Trailblazer
unknown
portrait.
origin. To resolve this case, our trash can friends need the strength of Trailblazers and Bellabogians alike.
And that's the end of the trash can related content for this version. Right?
Don't speak too soon. In the Trailblaze Friendship is Magic event, Trailblazers need to use specific characters to play the role of magician and summon a special trash can comrade, Letter Pony, to fight alongside them.
A trash can summoning magician.
Wait, what do you mean this
Does the
event?
sorcerer have any other notable abilities?
Of course! The magician's skill and ultimate will acquire all new combat effects with the power to command mini-cans during battle. The mini-cans
Wait, what are you gonna say?
count abilities
Funny
will depend on
trash
which
can
character was
thing,
used to summon,
portraits.
adding further layers to the combat experience. For example, the skill
Wait, is it
lets
landing
the
on this
magician
thing?
summon mini-cans onto the battlefield up to a maximum of 5. The more mini-cans on the battlefield, the higher the attack and the more energy regenerated for the magician.
Classic trash warfare.
Well, get this. Some mini-cans can even enter an ultra gold state and receive extra buffs. And we've only scratched the surface. Trailblazers who wish to test the limits of magical trash can strength can do so in-game. The event will launch a new challenge stage daily, with 5 stages total and each stage split into 2 difficulties. After completing the Initiation Trial Challenge, Trailblazers can unlock the official trial difficulty for an even harder test.
See you on the battlefield, friends.
I need another breather. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers. More exciting updates after the following broadcast.
Now for the
Welcome
Kill Bill
back,
stuff.
y'all. As always,
Yep.
in version
Once again, we have
2.4,
our free 10 pulls.
the return of 10 free warps in the Gift of Odyssey check-in event.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Some comforts are.
I swear, the day that they stop doing
And
this,
of course,
people are
there's
gonna
also
riot.
double events. Planar Fissure, and Garden
Okay.
of Plenty.
Remember to complete the simulated universe or divergent universe for
Double drops
planar
for
ornaments.
calyxes and ornaments.
And we haven't even got to this version's system optimizations yet, starting with the relic system. When using the filter function to screen relics already in your possession, filter choices can be saved for a faster selection process.
Ah, this is nice. So again, I don't have to like filter.
Inventory. Trailblazers
I can just
will find
like
new
filter all the
quick lock
non-crit
and quick discard functions.
relics.
When choosing relics for a character,
Especially for like the
relics will be sorted
like the
according to
offensive
character's relic set prioritization, with the
relics.
most suitable relics appearing first. There's also a new feature for relic substat recommendations.
By using the recommended relics feature,
Oh, nice. So we can now actually
not only
filter
can
like
Trailblazers view a
substats.
character's most frequently used relic set, but also the recommended main and subsidiary stats.
And finally, when checking Simulated Universe Interface and Cavern of Corrosion in the Interastral Peace Guide, Trailblazers.
Oh, this is nice. I'd have to like look up a guide to see
How considerate.
Now,
which
to
relics
allow
worked
Trailblazers
best.
to come into faster contact with new versions, captivating events, and time-limited rewards, 2.4 has added an advanced access feature for both Trailblaze continuance and events.
So if a Trailblazer doesn't meet the prerequisite conditions for a given event,
Oh, I thought they had this
they can
already.
still experience the new version's events and missions?
You got it.
Yeah. So even if you're still behind, you can still do this
We'll see a Play
event.
Now icon appear on the event page for events with advanced
But they'll say that you have
access
to it'll be better if you work through the story
Just
first.
select the icon to join the experience.
Now that's an optimization. Ready and waiting.
Ooh.
In the mission catalog, missions with early access will feature a special icon. Maps yet to be unlocked will get temporary map teleportation access, while also featuring a special icon. Trailblazers can freely switch between the displays for the normal map and the temporary maps unlocked as a result of advanced access event activation.
And what if Trailblazers achieve the normal event activation requirements during the course of early access?
Good question. In that case, the event will terminate the advanced activation state and the temporary map channel will close. However, game data will be retained and Trailblazers can continue participating in gameplay as normal through the event stream.
Which is when I get my hands on the limited time event rewards.
In other news, in the not too distant future, a new episode of Knowing the Universe will be upon us. We've invited celebrated novelist Yoshiki Tanaka to be with us on the program. Together, we'll be exploring thoughts and imaginings on the subject of the boundless universe. A huge thank you to Mr. Tanaka for his participation.
Wonder what this is about though.
To see that episode. And finally, intel on a mysterious collaboration destined for
a new
launch
collab.
in 2025.
Oh.
Fate Stay Night collab?
Bracing for impact!
For more info,
But that's actually like next year though.
official announcements, Trailblazers. Whew. That brings us to the end of the version 2.4 special program.
Wait, imagine getting like someone like Archer or Saber
Returning to the CN
in
getting to know
Star Rail
new
though.
CN Joe friends. You guys sure know how to get an old owl excited.
Will March be able to perfect her sword play?
3 Xianzhou generals in the same place at the same time. Who knows what kind of stories will unfold?
Let us all bear witness to the future of the Xianzhou Luofu.
See you in the next one, Trailblazers.
Right, I think it's the end of the program.
Next time.
But yeah, that Fate Stay Night collab was a surprise though. Right. That is the end of the program. So, I think it was an alright stream. I might skip Yunli because I already have Clara. I am definitely going for Jiaoqu because for the Acheron team. I don't know if I'm gonna maybe go for the Ho rerun. Also, I don't know if I'm gonna still go for Argenti now that I have like a physical DPS in Clara. I think physical 5-star DPS that is.